Hello, Hollywood. Welcome to today's Walk of Fame ceremony. I would like to give a shout out to our fans watching around the world on our live stream presented by our media partner, Variety. I'd also like to take a moment to thank the Astor for being a part of this very big special day with us today. Today, Hollywood honors Bob Odenkirk with the 2,720th star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame in the category of television. And here to introduce our honoree is Nicole Mihalka, immediate past chair of the Hollywood Chamber of Commerce. Please help me welcome Nicole to the stage.
Thank you, Lupita. Now a little bit about our honoree. Bob Odenkirk was born in Berwyn, Illinois, and raised in nearby Naperville, a suburb outside of Chicago. Go Cubs, go! Being a Chicago area native and drawn to a career in comedy, naturally Bob gravitated to legendary comedy theater, the Second City, eventually performing on the main stage in 1990. During his time at Second City, Bob became a writer at Saturday Night Live, where he created some of the most popular SNL sketches of all time, including Superfans, aka Da Bears, with Robert Smigel, and The Motivational Speaker with Chris Farley. I don't need to tell you where that motivational speaker lived. We all know. A van down by the river, obviously. For his work on Saturday Night Live, he won an Emmy for Outstanding Writing for Variety series in 1989. Yes. Yes, clap. Bob also performed and wrote on The Ben Stiller Show, which won him an Emmy in the same category in 1993. Then he co-created and starred in one of my favorites, Mr. Show, with David Cross. I think I see him here today. Ran on HBO for 4 years and instantly became a cult classic. As an actor, he has brought many characters to life, including Stevie Grant on The Larry Sanders Show, Porno Gil or Gil Bang on Curb Your Enthusiasm, Ross Grant in Nebraska, Chief Oswald on the FX series Fargo, Hutch Mansell in Nobody, and of course, Saul Goodman or Jimmy McGill. Yes, fans, you know what I'm talking about. On Breaking Bad and Better Call Saul. Much to the delight of Breaking Bad fans, Bob's star is next to his Breaking Bad co-star, Bryan Cranston's. Or Heisenberg to you super fans. What's remarkable about Bob's work as Saul Goodman on Breaking Bad, he was only supposed to be on the show for a few episodes, but he was so good at playing a shady criminal lawyer who lives at the back of a nail salon that his storyline became central to the plot of the show. So good that Breaking Bad's creators, Vince Gilligan and Peter Gould, here today, no big deal, created Better Call Saul, which premiered on AMC in 2015. The show, which has achieved extensive critical acclaim and super fandom worldwide, will be premiering tonight with a highly anticipated double episode for its 6th and final season. 9 p.m. on AMC. For his masterful performance of this role, Bob has won 2 Critics' Choice TV Awards, a SAG Award, along with several Emmy and Golden Globe nominations. And with all of this, Bob is still up to other stuff. He recently released his memoir, Comedy, 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 Drama, which instantly became a New York Times bestseller. And among other charitable causes, Bob is committed advocate to Food on Foot, a nonprofit dedicated to assisting unhoused and low-income neighbors in Los Angeles. Now, before we ask the honoree to come up on stage, let me pass it back to my co-MC, Lupita Cornejo.
Thank you, Nicole, for that lovely introduction and for coming out of retirement to do especially this introduction. Without further ado, let's welcome Bob Odenkirk to the stage. Before we hear from Bob, we have two guest speakers here to say a few words about our honoree. Our first guest speaker is an award-winning actress. She currently stars as Kim Wexler in AMC's hit series Better Call Saul, alongside our honoree. She also dazzled in Things Heard and Seen, The Harper House, Veep, The Act, and The Twilight Zone. Next up, she will star in the comedy feature Linoleum opposite Jim Gaffigan. Please welcome to the stage Rhea Seehorn.
Yeah, you have to stand here. It's like this is your life. I love it. I can say whatever I want. Hi, everybody. First of all, it was hard to write because I kept thinking, wait, are we holding for plane? If Phil Palmer's here, we're holding for the plane. What can I say about Bob Odenkirk that has not been said or written in some massive outpouring of love and appreciation recently, all richly deserved? And then, even if you did want more background, there is the aforementioned book that he wrote about himself. Comedy, drama. Okay, I got it right. Did you set up like a table to sell books? Okay, great. So, see, you can get the book and you can read that. No. What I wanted to talk just for a tiny bit about was what it's like to be Bob's scene partner of 7-ish years on Better Call Saul. And if you do get the chance to collaborate with Bob, I highly recommend you do. You'll see immediately that he is extraordinarily talented. That was obvious, and I expected that. But you would also see that, in my opinion, Bob is not I'm getting nervous talking about you. I love him. I feel like it isn't just your talent. It is the fact that you have an incredible work ethic. And it's your tireless pursuit of excellence in your work that's the reason that you are a world-renowned, critically acclaimed author, comedy writer, sketch performer, television star, movie star, and you'll probably be even more than that before you're done. But seriously, Bob takes every opportunity he's afforded, and still does, and every project, every scene, sometimes every line, he pushes himself to be even better, to irritatingly become even more talented. And then somehow, after all that, he still makes his scene partners shine more and will be the loudest cheerer for you. So, like I said, I highly recommend working with him. If you're a very lucky collaborator, you will experience some of the love and support of his amazing family, Naomi, Aaron, and Nate. They're the best cheering section you could ever wish for. And I'm very, very happy to be here and honoring you, Bob, because to me, a star on the Walk of Fame, which I visited here as a kid, hopscotching around, a star that says Bob Odenkirk, celebrates what it means to be in this business and to not just be uber talented, but to take nothing for granted, to work tirelessly, to insist that our business is a collaborative art form, and then simply just keep working your ass off every day. And so that's something I would want to emulate. Thanks, Bob.
Thank you so much, Ray. Thanks for being here. This is fun. This is fun. Thank you. 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 Thank you.
Thank you for those lovely remarks. Before I introduce our final speaker, we have a few VIPs in the crowd here to support Bob. Walk of Famer and legendary comedian Carol Burnett. Actor Jonathan Banks. Walk of Famer Giancarlo Esposito. Comedian Paul F. Tompkins. Actor Tony Dalton. Actor Patrick Fabian. Actor Michael Mando. Yeah. Breaking Bad and Better Call Saul creator Vince Gilligan. Better Call Saul showrunner and co-creator Peter Gold. I'm also excited to introduce formally our new president and CEO of the Hollywood Chamber, David Michael Jerome, and today is his first day on the job. Our second guest speaker is an Emmy Award-winning performer, writer, and producer on stage and screen. He is currently developing a docu-style comedy, Guru Nation, for Paramount Plus with our honoree. He's known for his roles on the hit shows and films Men in Black, Just Shoot Me, Tobias Funke on the most critically acclaimed sitcoms of all time, Arrested Development, Sorry to Bother You, Todd Margaret, and of course, Mr. Show. His comedy specials include David Cross, I'm from the Future, Oh Come On, It's Not Funny, among others. Please welcome to the stage, David Cross.
I didn't know you were going to be here the whole time. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you. Okay, yes? Okay. If we could all turn to page 34 of our Bible. The music world is filled with self-made people, and DJ Khaled will never let anyone forget that he is one. Amid 15 plus years of gold and platinum albums, chart-topping collaborations with famous friends including Jay's, Bonche, Dry, Rihanna, I can't.
Lyle Wayne.
Lyle Wayne and Justin Bieber. I don't know who these people are. I want people to thank you very much, but I want people to be reminded of that as I do this. Okay, I didn't know you were going to be standing right here. All right. So, seriously, guys, seriously. When Bob was alive, he was known... Oh, I'm sorry, this is last year's script. Okay. The year was 1960. 2 years later, Bob Odenkirk was born. Childhood, grade school, elementary school, high school, college, a little bit of college, Chicago, blah, blah, blah. Then Bob moved to New York City to work on the famous S&L show. And it was there that he met John Larroquette. But then, tiring of the cultural and intellectual shallowness of New York City, he moved to Hollywood, California, to be closer to Bud Friedman. Now, somewhere along the line, he met me, and we put together a little show just down the road from here, Mr. Show with Bob and David. And originally, Bob wanted to call it Mr. Show with Bob and Friend. But a lucky flip of a coin saw my name added. Now, Bob and I had a blast working on that show, but as much fun as it was, there was a seriousness to Bob as well. And nowhere was that exemplified more than during lunch. Every lunch, and I do mean every lunch, Bob would get on his horse, and Bob had a horse back then, beautiful chestnut mare named Gallipoli. And Bob would take Gallipoli every day and ride her up to the Hollywood Walk of Fame, and he'd insist I come too because he didn't know how to ride a horse, and I would sort of hold the bridle and the reins and rock him up. And then we would tie off Gallipoli, and he would spend the hour walking up and down the Hollywood Walk of Fame. His sole concern was David Spade's star. Where is it? How can I find it? What? Why not? Well, when, goddammit? And we did this pretty much every day, except Yom Kippur when we did it twice. And Bob would go on and on about the Hollywood Walk of Fame, rattling off the names of the stars that make up the Hollywood Walk of Fame, daydreaming that one day he too would have his own star next to them, or just down the block a bit, perhaps in between the Persian vape store and the needle exchange Batman. And he would dream that one day his star and David Spade's star, and maybe just under half the cast of Designing Women's Stars, could all be doused in industrial strength bleach and hosed off each morning together under the nurturing benevolence of the Hollywood sun. And Bob would come up here anxiously hoping to see if he'd receive his star. Because Bob, now he understands now, but for a long time, Bob didn't understand how it worked. He thought there was a Hollywood Walk of Fame fairy that would come and under darkness of night created them while we all slept. And he would come here day after day after day after day, faithfully, every single day, like a dog faithfully waiting for the return of his master who lay dead in his car at the bottom of a river less than a mile away. And Bob watched patiently while the greats were commemorated. Byron Allen, Chris Angel, Kitty Carlisle, Morton Downey Jr., Noam Chomsky, Guy Fieri, Hoot Gibson, Godzilla, Steve Guttenberg, Mary Hart, Sofia Vergara and her amazing body of work, all got their stars, but not himself. Then, finally, the wonderful occurred. Bob got the call that everyone who's gotten off that bus right there, that bus right down there, and dreamed about. Bob Odenkirk, the Hollywood Walk of Fame committee would like to invite you, assuming you pass the physical and written test, of getting your own star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame. But Bob surprisingly said, no, not yet. The time isn't right. So the committee checked back a year later. Nope, not yet, Bob said. And soon they were checking back in on a weekly basis, but still the same response from Bob. No, not yet. Then, unexpectedly, shortly after 3 o'clock on Monday, April 11th, Bob said, yes, the time is finally right. And so, here we are gathered to honor actor, writer, director, author, producer, father, husband, best friend, and two-time winner of the Cable Ace Award. And we do have, I have to wrap this up because we got to be out of here because Steve-O is getting his pretty soon. Bob, Hollywood loves you, America loves you, the world loves you, and the over 1 million alien armada that are currently on their way to planet Earth to reclaim the Celebrity Center, they love you. But most importantly, I love you. Thank you for making this day happen for me.
Thank you. That was beautiful. The Hollywood Chamber of Commerce administers a Walk of Fame on behalf of the city of Los Angeles. And on behalf of Los Angeles City Council member Mitch O'Farrell it's my pleasure to present you with a beautiful resolution from the city.
Oh, should I take it? Oh, she has to hand it to me? Okay, bad luck.
On behalf of the Hollywood Chamber of Commerce, we now declare today Bob Odenkirk Day in Hollywood.
Thank you, Nikita. Thank you so much. Thank you. Should I do a speech?
Yep.
Oh, yeah.
Now it's time to hear from our honoree. Oh. I think that you- Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you Bob Odenkirk.
Wow, holy cow. No, sit down. Well. All right. The greatest joy, thank you. It was so much fun to watch David Cross have to do that. I'm so glad that all of this is just about making him come out here and have to speak to all of you. I will just start from Revelations. 8, 13, 52, 79, B, 12, A, 32. 4 horsemen shall arrive: pestilence, crickets, death, and a so-called writer and character actor named Ockendorf will ascend to the highest of heights in the firmament, just north of Hollywood, on Vine, across from that parking area. And that will be the sign of the end. I would like to take this chance to thank everyone who ever gave me a break, but that's too many people to name, so I'll try to limit my thanks. I owe this star to so many people. I want to first thank AMC for submitting my name and and wanting me to get this and supporting me, and Sony as well, for both of them for the shows that got me here. AMC has been a great place to make this show, Better Call Saul, and I think probably the only place that would have made it, and it takes the time to invest in character and story that has made me look good. So thank you to AMC and Sony for Breaking Bad and Better Call Saul and the free acting classes that I got by being in them. I want to thank Michelle Margolis and everyone at the lead also for telling people about me, which also is the reason I'm here. But most of all, I have to thank Vince Gilligan and Peter Gould. Vince, for Breaking Bad, thank you. From me and everyone else on earth, thank you so much. If you keep writing, Vince, if you keep writing, they're going to have to build more sidewalk to accommodate the folks you make look so good. And that's me today. So thank you. And Peter Gould for writing Saul into the show and inventing such a dynamic, fun, tragic character in Better Call Saul. I didn't deserve this role, not a bit, but I snuck in, and you guys kept expanding the character's humor and humanity in an unbelievable show of skill and faith in me that I totally didn't deserve. I mean, it's a total lottery ticket thing that I'm here. David Cross, I want to thank for being here today, for making me laugh so much and making me so much funnier than I am. And that makes me feel like I belonged here in Hollywood, making fun on a professional level. And what else did I write? I will gladly, David, talk to the cops if they stop us today. And I will, as Troy directed us, tell them that we're college students and we're making a student film. That was Mr. Show, beginning to end. Just, you are a college student making a student film. Thank you for dressing as a college student, by the way. I'll say you're the director. Ray, you are the best scene partner, and you look beautiful today. And like Bryan Cranston and Michael McKean, 2 other actors I spent important scenes with in Breaking Bad and Better Call Saul. You made me work harder and be better than I am. Your talent showed me the way on stage and backstage when we rehearsed. Thank you so much. I have to take a moment. I have the whole cast here. Tony Dalton, Michael Mando, Giancarlo Esposito, Patrick Fabian. You guys, thanks for being here today and supporting me. Every one of us makes each other better, and we all give everything we have to the show, and you're just outstanding, every one of you. I have to have a special thanks for my friend Jonathan Banks, who initially said yes to working with me on Better Call Saul. And John, you're a legend, and thank you for bringing your excellence, professionalism, and presence to that show, because it gave it ballast when I was floating around up 2 feet off the ground. When I came here for a visit in 1987 to Hollywood, hold on. I'll get to more people in a minute. When I came here for a visit in 1987, I came to Hollywood Boulevard, and I wandered around and to see, all the dead people. I get buried here, right? Can I be standing up? Thank you. That's great. Thank you. Make a note of it. Anyway, I walked around, and it was magical and historic and special and very dirty, like any good city is. And I kind of thought it was all a joke, because it was, and it is, and it's also not. I have to thank my first agent, Ari Emanuel, because in my early years, they were so exciting, but he and I together, talking about the business, it made me think bigger about what I could do and be a part of in this business. I want to thank Doug Luchterhand and Esther Chang, my agents at William Morris Endeavor, who are so creative and fun and supportive, and as a result, I've had the pleasure of some great projects in the last decade and more to come. I would thank my brother Bill if he could show up, but he has COVID. Nice work. No, poor Bill. But he's been so great and supportive and offered me so many funny things, funny lines and scenes, and he's been a great supporter. I have to thank Mark Provocero for the good advice and counsel for many years now that led to Better Call Saul and the film Nobody at Universal. Mark, this is way beyond anything I ever dreamed of, so we can quit trying now. Enough of that. I want to thank my kids, Nate and Aaron, for encouraging me to do Better Call Saul when I didn't think the family could get on without me making the same 4 dinners in rotation. But they were very happy to tell me to skedaddle to Albuquerque for a long time. I wish Bernie Brillstein was here, because it would make him so happy, almost as happy as valet parking. And finally, my wife, Naomi, for supporting. So smart, beautiful, and kind and good to me, for supporting me and for challenging me, but mostly for supporting me. We can stop with the challenging. We did it. Honey, your drive and your love of this business are important examples for me to remember that it's a great thing that we're in. And I know you are moved by on-screen excellence, and that helps me to not get too cynical about what we're all trying to do when we make these projects. Well, when I first got here in 1987 and I walked around the Walk of Fame, I pretended to have great and powerful disdain for all things Hollywood. I walked the streets with my nose high in the air, scoffing at every symbol of Hollywood and fame and famous people and celebrities and everything about it that was so big and distant and intimidating. And I still do that. I still pretend to disdain it all. It's healthy, it's better that way. But inside, I don't disdain Hollywood. I love it. I love making fun of it, and I love being part of it. And this makes me feel really, really a part of it, cast in cement for all time. And I want to thank somebody who's so great. Carol Burnett is here, and I want to tell you, I got into this business to do sketch comedy. And before Monty Python, which I praised to no end in my memoir, there was the Carol Burnett show that gathered our family around the TV and brought so much warmth and good feeling into our home, which needed it. And I'm sure I'm not alone in having gotten more than just laughs from your wonderful show and your good spirit. And so, yes, I'm honored, and I can't believe it, and it makes me really happy inside. But I'm not going to admit it. Not here, not ever, and I will never, never say it into a microphone where people can hear me. So thank you so much for this honor. Thanks.
Thank you. Well, we love Hollywood and we love Bob Odenkirk. Now it's time to unveil the star. Let's hear it again for Bob Odenkirk.
Now what do we do? Do we go down there? Okay.
What are you pointing to? The water. Go the other one.
You're kneeling in the center.
Okay.
You're going to Ray and David. Ray and David. Yes. Stand behind him. Okay.
Right. Lean back a little and maybe just a little bit.
Wait, what about my wife?
Yes.
Okay, you tell me what to do. All right. I'd love to get the cast too. All right.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's welcome to the Hollywood Walk of Fame, Bob Odenkirk.
I love the old TV set with the antennas.
Anna,
Really, they're watching.
the woman is in the shot in the back.
Tiny old TV.
The woman is in the shot in the back.
Bob, right in front,
You're
sir.
in the shot. The two speakers stay. And then Naomi will come get you.
What about that bottle of water?
It's still there?
Yeah. All right.
Anna, there's a bottle of water in the back. All right, guys, right in the middle.
Nice and close together.
Close together. There you go. Guys, get in tight. Get in tight, please. I've got a polo to work with here.
There you go.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
And as a group, all three right there. There you go. That's perfect. And down here. You guys right down here. Straight ahead. Straight ahead. Dead center. Right here. Guys, right in front of you, please. Guys, Bob. Everyone right here.
Straight ahead.
Straight ahead.
Second
dead
row.
center. Thank you. One more time, right over here on the end. Thank you so much. And this one, down here, please. Right there, that smile, perfect. Guys, one last time, right in front.
Let's get the whole cast in here. From Better Call Saul. Let's get the cast in here.
Guys, one last time, right in front. Last one,
Okay.
last one, guys, right in front. Thank you.
Sorry, Todd. This flash is tall.
You guys want him kneeling or standing?
Kneeling would be great.
Let's do both.
Let's start. There we go.
Let's lose.
Right here in the middle, right here. Cat right here in the back.
The woman is in the shot.
And Bob, straight ahead, sir. Thank you. Bob, that smile right here, sir. There you go. Bob, right here, right here. Bob, right in front, sir. Yeah, I can see him first. Bob, we're not right down here on the edge. To your right. Thank you, sir. One more. And Bob, down here, please. And Bob, straight ahead, right there. Down here. Here we go. Well, one last one right in front of you, sir. Thank you. All right. There's always one last one.
Yeah, there we go. Nice.
Perfect.
Muy macho.
Bob down on the left. Yes, sir.
And Bob right here.
straight
That's
ahead.
fine.
Straight ahead, straight ahead.
Bob right there.
Right in the middle. There we go.
Those women.
Guys, right in front.
Anna, those people are in the shot, just so you know.
There we go. Over here in the middle. Down the end, left.
Michael, Patrick, Tony.
Corner. Yeah, baby.
Good. Nice and tight. Nice and tight.
There we go.
Yeah.
Great, guys. Dead center. Thank you. Great.
And as a group, one time right here, please. Thank you.
That's it.
I love that.
We got the pole. Sorry, guys. Right there. There it is.
There you go. And as a group right here, hold that right there. Excellent.
Vince, lean your head in just 2 inches. There you go. There you go.
Guys, let's see you right in front, please.
Great.
All right.
Him and his wife. Anna, him and his wife.
Naomi rescued this dog for.
Oh, wow.
Knows how to pose. That's great.
Straight ahead, straight ahead. Look over here.
Nice. Dead center.
Bob, one time together right here, please. Thank you.
Can we do one standing?
Guys, it's a rescue. Just caption your rescue.
Can we do one standing too?
Potty.
Stand on the start. Yeah, right on the start there.
There we go. Big smile.
Over here, together, Bob Naomi.
Guys, back
Straight
in the,
ahead, second
right in the
row.
center, guys.
And one last one. Thank you. That's fine. On your left at the end. Thank you. Bob Naomi.
Hey, guys, one more right here for me. Thank you, thank you. Oh, there it is. Got it. Thank you.
So anybody who's doing interviews, come down.
Can we get the...